Title: The Hallway. Part 2: The Return. When I went back home, I thought distance would bring clarity. Instead, it brought noise. His calls didn't stop. Apologies came in waves: morning, afternoon, late at night. The same words, rearranged, dressed up to sound like remorse. I want my family back. I made a mistake. I love you. But love shouldn't sound like confusion. My daughter, only 9 at the time, understood something I didn't want to accept. She refused to speak to him. No calls, no softening, no curiosity, just silence. And sometimes children see truth clearer than adults who are still holding on to hope. Still, I gave in. Not because I believed him, but because a part of me needed to look him in the eyes and see if there was anything left to save. "I'll come to New York," I told him. We met in a hotel, neutral ground. No family, no distractions. Just truth, or at least what was supposed to be truth. We talked, or rather, he talked. He said everything a man says when he's trying not to lose what he already broke. His voice carried regret, but his eyes didn't hold weight. I forgave him. At least that's what I said out loud. But forgiveness without belief is just temporary silence. We spent the night, a moment that felt more like habit than healing. And then I left again. Back home, back to reality. He kept calling, trying to reach our daughter, but she held her ground. Weeks passed, then months, and then another woman brought the truth back to my door. A message, direct, unapologetic. She said she was pregnant. His child. I stared at the words, not shocked, just tired. "I don't know why he would get you pregnant," I replied, "when he can't even afford to take care of the family he already has." Her response came quick. "He gonna take care of mine?" I paused, then asked her one question. "Is there anything you want to tell me?" And that's when she said it. "Yeah, we still together." I laughed, not because it was funny, but because it was clear. She believed a version of him I had already outgrown. Because while she thought they were building something, he was still calling me, trying to rebuild what he had already destroyed. So I called him. "You got her pregnant?" Silence. Then, click. He hung up. Cowardice has a sound. And that was it. At the time, my daughter was with him for Christmas break. The moment I found out, I didn't wait. I got on the next bus the very next morning. Because whatever he was doing with his life, my daughter would not be caught in confusion. I stayed there a few days, watching, listening, waiting to see who he really was when the truth was sitting in the room with him. And the strangest part? He acted like a man who wanted his family back. Didn't go see her, didn't mention her, didn't act like the life he created outside of us even existed. But pretending isn't change, it's just delay. Still, I tried. Every other weekend I went back. Not for him, for my daughter. Because I wanted to be able to say I gave her a chance to have both parents, even if I already knew how the story would end. And deep down, I knew he wasn't going to change. Some people don't choose differently, they just get better at explaining the same behavior. So a few months later, I ended it. Not loudly, not dramatically, just completely. I blocked him. No calls, no messages, no access. And for 4 years, there was nothing. No apologies, no attempts, no presence. Just peace. Then one day life circled back. My daughter saw him on the street, spoke to him, and gave him my number. And just like that, the past came knocking again, trying to sound like something new,